And a good Saturday morning to you, Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, 802 Honda, all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Well, it does look like we have near threshold gusty gradient winds associated with this frontal boundary here. This is going to produce a pretty good snow squall. It's going to move on through, and it looks like the strongest winds are really associated with this line here as it moves on through. And we have the lead system, of course, producing snow showers that are moderate at times, a little greater than half an inch in 1 hour's time, but they'll be kind of short-lived and relatively brief, followed by some lulls, maybe a few more flurries or snow showers to work on through before the main batch begins to push on in. Let's take a look at the HRRR model for the best depictions. So what we can see here is the HRRR model, and this is valid at about 14Z. That is about 9 o'clock this morning. And so the first batch of snow showers kind of work on through, followed by a little bit of a lull. This is 3 hours earlier, so we can kind of see how the ensemble models are thinking here. And so this little bit more in the way of snow showers fill back in, valid at noon, and then another little bit of a lull before the main batch. This is going to be the main snow squall here as it moves on through. And so timing wise, this is valid at about noon time, I should say. That's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and so forth and so on. So between roughly about noon, or let's say 1 o'clock, this will be starting to move into the western part of Vermont and then continuing east. Once this moves on by, I think this is going to be the heaviest snow squalls that we're going to see. But you can see there's a few others that may trail. And then the depiction is for stronger winds that are going to pick up, especially in the central and southern Green Mountains, with a couple more squalls. This is now valid. This would be valid around 6 o'clock. That's 7, 8, and then finally 9 o'clock. And we start to see some breaks with some lesser moisture and just cold air being driven in on a northwesterly wind, but below thresholds. Looking at snowfall amounts, it's really not going to be a giant deal here. We're probably talking somewhere between a ½ inch and maybe a couple of inches total, and most in the Green Mountains and indicated by the blue here. But overall, this is not going to be a big snow producer, but we're going to get a burst of snow, and there already has been some moderate snow showers working through the state. Okay, looking at the HRRR model here, so that first little lead bit of gusty winds works on through, and then we have, here comes the snow squall. This is valid just after that squall moves on through, and this starts to begin to pick up and produce wind gusts that could be getting up around that 45-mile-an-hour range, and here even a little bit stronger, but mostly elevated across our summits. As you can see, this is about 7 o'clock in the evening. This would be 8, 9, 10, 11, mostly elevated, but some blustering winds on the backside, also importing colder air. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, thanks for watching.